Happy New Year! You are awesome! I am so glad you're here with me as I chat about what 2018 means to the Josh Yaks video channel, if anything. It is January 11th. The kids have been back to school after a 2-week Christmas break for about 4 days now. I am feeling very harried as I have to catch up on a million things that I didn't get a chance to do while I was around people for 2 weeks straight. And I'm also feeling hairy because I just haven't had that time for myself for personal grooming, or really just to kind of find that time to do things that I need to do. But I'm not into New Year's resolutions. January 1st is just another day, really. Plus, I happen to think that decisions regarding personal happiness and or improvement can be made, if not daily, then more than once per year on January 1st. So in general, I do hope that 2018 will be my most creative year yet. I want to continue moving from being a consumer of media and art to being much more of a creator of media and art, because that's where I personally find a lot of happiness and fulfillment. If you're going to force me to make a New Year's resolution, and if you're going to be that kind of person, then I will say my New Year's resolution is to shave this mustache because it drives me crazy, and yeah, I just kind of believe in setting the bar nice and low when it comes to those sorts of things. That way you can be an overachiever at the end of the day when you achieve beyond your low bar. So specifically regarding those creative projects, for years now I've been talking about getting a book written about the 16 years I spent as a paramedic, with sort of a personal story backdrop to it, and how those 16 years of wild experiences would ultimately lead to both my body and my brain becoming pretty much ruined. So I've done a little bit of preliminary work on that, basically just taking a lot of my handwritten incident reports and notes from over the years and typing them out on the computer. What I really would like to do this year is sit down and actually start writing that book. The other thing that I would really love to try, at least, is to give the podcasting thing a go and see how that goes. I have an idea for a podcast that I really like to do, and I don't know if it will turn into anything or not. It seems like a tough idea to get rolling with, but at least I'd like to take a shot at it and see what happens. It might not go anywhere, but at least I can say I tried. Let's see. I'm actually trying to do this in one take for a change, instead of doing a million little jump cuts every time I do a video. I thought I'd actually take the time to write out some notes for myself and do it all in one take. I don't have a lot of confidence in myself to be able to do so, but we'll carry on and see how that goes. So regarding my Josh Yaks video specifically, I am still finding my feet a bit. I'm still trying to unlearn all those annoying little speaking quirks that I never knew I had until I started watching myself on video. Also, if you can believe this, I never actually knew, and I'm in my 40s now, but I never knew that I had a slight lisp until I started watching my videos. And also, who put the letter S in lisp? That just doesn't seem really fair at all. But yeah, just one thing I never really knew until a couple months ago when I started posting my videos. But anyways, I thought I would watch some of the more successful YouTubers, look up some of their videos, see what they were posting, see what they were doing to achieve massive success on YouTube. And gosh, I gotta say, I've discovered that the whole YouTube community is just a cesspool of the worst garbage you can imagine, and somehow people are making millions of dollars off of this stuff. It certainly doesn't help me feel much hope for the type of society that we're creating for ourselves here. And it doesn't make me feel real good about YouTube in general. But if anything, it's encouraged me to keep a focus on positivity and fun with my own content and with my videos that I am creating, while at the same time just continuing to be honest about things too. But yeah, I really want a video content that is positive and fun primarily. I've been thinking a lot about YouTube and achieving success as a video creator. I do really dislike how the corporate sponsors that provide the financial wealth to the site and its users have really taken over this site and really dictate its tone and its content. Anyone remember the good old days when YouTube didn't have any advertisements? It must have been pre-Google, I guess, but you could watch a video without the interruption of the ads. Those were great, but on the flip side, I guess it's nice that creators are getting compensated for all the work that they're doing, so, that's the flip side of that. But now if creators want to make money from all their hard work in creating videos, they have to reach a certain level of viewership and then start putting ads into their videos. I suppose that a creator could attempt to stick with just setting up a Patreon to provide income on either a monthly basis or a per video basis. But personally, I hate asking people for money. If you're anyone like anyone else I know, then you are working your ass off to provide for yourself and possibly some dependents. And if you do have a bit of extra money to give, there are certainly way better causes than some guy who's putting videos on YouTube to give that money to. And so that's why I don't like asking for that money, because there are so many people who have such greater need than me just asking for money through a Patreon. In addition, from what I've seen, the income that's earned from Patreon tends to be much lower than that is achieved through ads on YouTube. So it can be, I guess, a bit of a challenge to get any sort of income going through Patreon. Now, I do realize that there are other video sharing platforms besides YouTube, but let's be honest, who spends any time there? I know for me personally, for my video watching needs, I always turn to YouTube. And really, if you want to attract viewership to your videos, that's pretty much where you have to be. I can think of Vimeo, I think, is another site, but beyond that, I can't think of any other place off the top of my head that has a video format similar to YouTube. So yeah, it's really the place that you have to be if you want to build up a level of viewership. The other problem with achieving success is that it would come with having to deal with the horrible internet people who inhabit these YouTube cesspools. Personally, I'm determined to keep the comment sections of my videos safe places for respectful discussion, but with success would come with a lot more of having to spend time moderating and dealing with idiots. And with the PTSD I have, interacting just with loved ones is a very exhausting and mentally difficult process, let alone having to deal with people who are just out to create problems and be stupid. So that would be a really tough thing mentally for me to have to get over, dealing with that. So if I were to achieve my goal of becoming a successful video creator, first of all, I would have to become just another cog in the YouTube cesspool machine. I would have to become a corporate pawn and sell their wares and widgets through my ads on my videos. And I would also have to constantly deal with the worst of these internet people. So that would sort of be the world that success would create for me. And so there's that balance. I want that success and everything negative that comes with it. In a perfect world, I'd have 1 million subscribers like you, where you are here to just have fun and to interact positively with myself and possibly with the other commenters and viewers of my videos. So having a million or two people like you would be my perfect world. And having a Patreon where if you appreciate the content that I provide and the work that goes into it, you could provide me with some kind of financial means, I suppose, to keep doing that. So that would be the perfect world situation, but we all know how imperfect this whole YouTube world is, I think. So I'm going to choose not to focus on these future what ifs, because it's just a lot of stress that just might never happen to begin with. In fact, chances are I'll never achieve any sort of success, and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and that's fine. What I want to do is to just continue to enjoy this process of creating videos and having them enjoyed by positive people like yourself who can appreciate the things that I'm talking about, people who have similar interests and similar goals of just finding positivity. What I'm not going to do is to keep up with my Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule of video releases, because I was just finding that way too hard to keep up with. I was spending so much time editing video, filming video, and it was just really taking over my life and creating a lot of issues for me. Instead, what I'm going to do is just post videos as I create them and not have a specific schedule for myself, in the hopes that I can also focus on these other creative endeavors like writing, podcasting, whatever else that I choose to pursue. But I do want to hear from you. I want to know specifically what I can do to improve my videos and make them better to watch for you. I want to know what sorts of things you'd like to hear me talk about and to create videos about. And what else can I do to make Josh Yaks a video channel that you would enjoy visiting regularly? So please let me know in the comments below what I can do to improve the experience from your end. I do thank you for your valuable input. It's important to me, and I will certainly read it and take it into consideration as I create videos moving forward. And I want to close with a big thank you to you who have gotten on board with me right from the beginning and whose viewership has made it possible for me to keep going, to keep making more videos. Without viewers, there wouldn't be much point for me to keep creating videos. So I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here for me. I hope that you have an amazing 2018 and that we have some fun together this year. Thanks, as always, for watching. Hello, it's Josh here, just wanting to thank you for watching my video. If you want to support what I'm doing, it would be awesome if you'd leave me a like, a subscribe, and if you'd share this video with one person that you think would find it interesting. Cheers. For about the five past years now. For about the past 5 years now, I've been saying that I'm going to get a book written. In a perfect world, I'd also be on a video sharing platform. I've been doing some poking around in YouTube to see what the most popular YouTubers are putting out, and frankly, I don't know what to think.